ZphykTESHD commentary number... Oh, shit, Bioshock. Sweet. Anyway, for ZphykTESHD commentary number 99, you guys can see the name. I don't know how to fucking pronounce this shit. Dude, how the fuck do you pronounce that? ZphykTESHD. I don't even fucking know, man. Listen, all I know is there is no fucking vowels in your name. There's one vowel. It's at the end of your goddamn name. Look at that shit, man. How the fuck do you expect anybody to pronounce that shit? ZphykTESHD. I don't fucking know, man. All I'm saying is if you were on Wheel of Fortune, you'd fucking fail. They get to the end, they spin around that fucking wheel, they'll be like, oh, bankrupt. You know why? Because you gotta buy a vowel, motherfucker. Oh, man. You know, I like fucking with people, I ain't gonna lie, man. That name is just fucking ridiculous to pronounce. You need a nickname. Because there's no way in hell I'm gonna be pronouncing your name for the rest of the video as ZphykTESHD, whatever the fuck you got. Zippy, that's what I'm gonna call you. I like Zippy. So we're just gonna call you Zippy from now on. You might as well just make a new screen name, call yourself Zippy. Anyway, ZphykTESHD commentary number 99. Zippy was one of the last people who owed me a video up in this motherfucker from the last series of challenges that I have. For those who don't know, there are new challenges up over at Prestige Gamers. I put the link in every fucking description and people ignore that shit and continue to ask me, hey, how do I submit my video? The fucking link is in the damn description. If y'all just read a little bit, you'd see that I wouldn't have to mention that shit every fucking time. So there you go. Go check out the link. There's some new challenges up for you guys to go test. There's also a special project that I have going on that I do need some content for. So go check that out. There's 2 ways of submitting your videos now. So for those who want to submit videos, there's plenty of time to do that shit now. So anyway, go over there. He was one of the last ones. I said, you know what? If you guys don't submit it by the end of the month, you ain't getting shit. So he said, oh, I got to send in my video. So he ran over. He said, fuck it, I need to get my video in with this motherfucker. So he finally got his video. And this is what we get. This looks like original Bioshock, if I'm not mistaken. This doesn't look like... I don't think it's Bioshock 2. I can't remember the start of either one of the games, but I don't think... Because I figured if you would have played Bioshock 2, you would have said, I would have got, like, the, whatchamacallit. I would have got multiplayer up in this motherfucker. But anyway, I believe this is original Bioshock, because you don't look like a big daddy. But anyway, looks like original Bioshock, man. We're going to get into that shit in a minute. Now, I don't know if he knows, but this is like the... This is actually the 3rd Bioshock video on my channel. The original Bioshock. This is the first of the original Bioshock, but I did do my own Bioshock 2 multiplayer, and that shit was just fucking horrible, that goddamn game. And also, the OJ of 360, he sent in some long-ass Bioshock 2 ZphykTESHD commentary video. He did a free-for-all. He kicked everybody's ass in that fucking game. But I remember when I played that shit, man, I got my ass kicked up in this motherfucker. Is this the first time you're playing this shit? Achievement unlocked? Are you serious? So you just randomly said, fuck it, let me just go play Bioshock, and I've never played the shit before, I'm just gonna play it and see what happens, and then send the commentary? And then send me the video? Hopefully you know what the fuck you're doing. And that was just like some random achievement you got for the first time or whatever the fuck, man. Because if you're learning this shit as we go along, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. Because, yeah, this is definitely the original Bioshock, now that I'm looking at this shit. This is definitely the original up in this motherfucker. But anyway, I will tell you this, anybody that hadn't played Bioshock, the original one, not part 2, the original one, amazing fucking game. I mean, you could go check all the reviews on the motherfucker. You could go check every possible media they have on this game. Everybody rated this game extremely high because it is an amazing game. It really is a perfectly made game. I mean, there is one little flaw that I did have with the game. I'm not going to get into it, but overall, I mean, the ratings were like 9.7, 9.8, 9. Deserved every one of those ratings. It is that fucking good. It's a great story. It's an amazing environment. I mean, this is an underwater city, but again, you have to play it to understand it. The bad guys in this, the story behind it, it's just incredible what they were able to do up in this motherfucker. Yeah, you obviously played this shit before. Yeah, there's no question you played this shit before. Because unless you really are this fucking bad. Yeah, bash him with the fucking... bash him with the wrench. The trick of this game right here, I'll tell you right now, that wrench is the most overpowered shit in the entire game. Because you have this electric power and shit like that. You could, like, you know, like shock the shit out of people. As soon as you shock the shit out of them, you fuck them up with the wrench. And you could upgrade that wrench like a motherfucker and just beat the shit out of people, man. I remember that shit was fucking fun as hell. I didn't even use a gun. The only time I ever used a gun, you know what gun I did use? I used like this little trap bolt. You put this little electric shit on the floor and the bad guy runs into that shit. Oh man, that was fucking incredible. I used to love doing that shit. That shit was fun. But anyway, hopefully we'll see how much story we get into in this bitch, because I don't know how much we're going to get into it. And it looks like it's a well-timed video. Another one of the people that actually follow the rules. I know people haven't been following the rules lately, but this one definitely follows the rules up in this motherfucker. I know a lot of people have been asking me, what am I going to do for ZphykTESHD commentary number 100? I already have that one set. I know what's coming up for that one. Matter of fact, it's already complete. I completed ZphykTESHD commentary number 100 before I completed all the other ones. Before I completed, like, I think I did it before, like, number 97 or 98. So you guys will see what I did for that one. I did something pretty unique for that one. We'll just say that one is going to be something incredibly funny. So when I post up video number 100, the Hip Fire commentary series, you guys are going to have some fun with that bullshit. But anyway, getting back into the Bioshock. I remember I did a long-ass rant on the multiplayer in part 2. Now, you know, I know what they tried to do. I know what Bioshock tried to do. They tried to capitalize on the fact that, you know, Bioshock was... seriously? Can you, like, stop following the fucking story and go, like, kill something? He's fucking flushing toilets and shit like that. But anyway, you know, if you followed Bioshock 1, it was a great story. Absolutely amazing. So naturally, they had to make more money off of this motherfucker. And right there, that's the exact thing that I did to beat this game. Shock the shit out of someone, hit it with a wrench, game over. But anyway, I understand why 2K had to create a sequel for this motherfucker, but you know what? They really did it. And the fact is, this game finishes off. It does not need a sequel, and I'm not going to ruin it for everybody, but it's a complete story. It really is. They finished up the story perfectly. There really is no reason to add anything to the story, but obviously, they fucked up. They created this amazing game, but they didn't leave it open-ended for anything, so they had to be like, oh shit, we got to come up with a sequel. The sequel just does not match this, not even close. Doesn't match it in terms of story, doesn't match it in terms of gameplay. Then they throw on that fucked up multiplayer goddamn game, which was all kinds of fucked up. Now I know what I bitched about that multiplayer. People are like, oh, you haven't played it. I played it enough. And let me tell you, there's some differences between this and like a Call of Duty type game. The shit with this game is obviously you have like magic powers and shit like that. But the problem was the high level people would unlock magic power 2, magic power 3, 4, 5, whatever the fuck that this shit was. When you first start playing this game, you're on obviously level 1 and you have to unrank those shits. So the fact is, my fire 1 did no damage to somebody's fire 3. I mean, they hit me with a fireball 3, I'm fucking dead. I hit them with a fireball 1, nothing. I mean, I like barely tickled their ass hair and shit like that. It did nothing to them. So I was like, oh man, fuck this game. It's like I'm gonna have to sit here, rank up, take forever, try and figure out how to get this big daddy suit so I could kill people. Oh man, it was just a nightmare for low level players. You know, and I was basing off, everybody I was facing was level 40, 50 and shit. I was like, man, come on, we're the low level people that I can beat, man. I don't want to sit here and take ass whoopings all damn day long. I mean, granted, I will take an ass whooping. I didn't know the game. But fine, beat me because you know the game. Don't beat me because your powers are so far advanced than mine, man. Come on. That's like Call of Duty. Put it this way. I can jump back into Call of Duty anytime, prestige, and I can still probably whoop some ass in that motherfucker. Because the game gives you at least things that are somewhat fair. You can fight against the other player even if you have low-ranked shit. You know, you don't need Fire 3 in Call of Duty. You don't need the fucking P90-10, you know, ranked up to level 10. No, it works the same. If you can unlock a gun at level 1, it's the same shit at level 70. It doesn't fucking matter. You know, whether you have attachments and shit like that, it's a different story. Your perks, different story. But this, your actual powers that you need to keep people, fucked everything up, man. That shit was just goddamn terrible up in this bitch. And I remember this part. This dude's gonna get his ass whooped in a second. He's gonna get jacked up. Oh, he clocked her in the head. I forgot all about that shit. Oh yeah, he pissed him off. There's the big daddy. That motherfucker will bust your ass up. You actually play as him in part 2. Not like I'm spoiling the shit or anything. Oh yeah, you're fucked now, buddy. I used to love doing that shit. Oh yeah, he beat his ass bad. Look at that shit. That was just badass. When people saw that to start the game, I was like, wow, that was amazing shit, man. But anyway, I know Bioshock Infinite's coming out in 2013. They just pushed that shit back. But I'll definitely be playing that. Not multiplayer, but I'll definitely play the story. But I have a feeling they're going to start killing the series off after that shit. It was like, this game didn't need a sequel. And they went out and they made a sequel in this motherfucker. And I did not appreciate that shid. And I see this video's coming to an end. You really didn't do much. You did like the first... Yeah, that's the end of the video. Motherfucker. He did like the first, what, 8 minutes of this shit? Basically like a tutorial, but we saw like no action. Oh man, other than the big daddy fucking impaling that dude, we didn't really see much. But anyway, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And like I said, Hip Fire commentary number 100 is coming up next, and that's gonna be something special.